What's up, you beautiful nerds? I'm Dynamite Kalo from Nerd News Happy Hour with our guest,
Shauna and Baby Yoda.
Yay.
Uncle Black.
and that's the whole crew finally together again. We apologize we took last week off, but we needed some time to revitalize. And we're back full force, episode 34. And let's dive right in, huh?
I think how everybody have the extra day off from work? How'd that go for everybody?
Yeah.
Feel rested, relaxed?
Good.
No.
Really good.
Good. E, calm down, E. You're a little overexcited there. Tone it down a little bit.
I'm being lint rolled.
Oh, you're being lint rolled.
Yeah,
Not
that
Rick
extra day
rolled,
was
but
nice.
lint rolled.
Gotcha. Is the man of the hour, or, like our BFF on yet?
Not yet. Well, maybe. I don't know.
Damn it! Who's checking on our YouTubes to see when Home Skillet comes down?
Who do we have listeners, huh? Reveal yourselves. Yeah, so,
I'm watching the lurkers on Facebook.
I don't know if you guys can see Ernie's shirt, but how about that SpaceX launch? Did any of you guys catch it?
I caught a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Cause
To the watch party.
Yeah.
watch party, nice.
I did a watch party off the page.
That's right.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was
got it.
awesome.
That's awesome.
I gotta say, I've been waiting years for this to happen, and it finally did. I can't lie. I shed tears.
That's pretty cool, man.
It was.
I don't blame you, man. That's exciting. Let's face it. That's some exciting shit right now, and some exciting shit. There's whole other shenanigans going on, and some good space stories.
Yeah, they left through.
Yeah, they were smart too.
No corona, no riots, nothing.
They're like, deuces, we're out.
Where'd they go to Mars or the mall? Oh, in the movie.
The ball.
Yo.
They were going to the space station.
Yo, they're
I'd like to say thank
going
you.
back, right?
They're going to the space station for a few days, and then they're going to head back. This is only a demo mission. They're just testing shit out on that capsule.
Space station.
Now,
Why?
now NASA helped, right?
So NASA a few years ago, after the shuttle, they retired the shuttles. They decided to send United States astronauts on rides to Mars, which was costing about $11 million per astronaut. And every time they sent a U.S. astronaut, most of the time they sent two.
Okay.
So they got sick and tired of spending that money. And then a few years ago, the head of the Russian space agency said, "Why don't you guys find yourself a trampoline and get to the space station on your own?"
Ooh.
That was some fucked up shit. So, because NASA is funded directly by the president, it's been one of those things that they get money, they lose money, they get money, they lose money. And finally, about, I would say a few years ago, I'm not going to date myself, NASA said, all right, we're going to lease this out to United States companies and see who could get us to the space station first and get us to the space station a lot cheaper than what it cost us to get to, by going to Russians. And they gave a fund to Boeing, and they gave a fund to SpaceX, which was up and coming again. Elon Musk, the creator of PayPal, sold PayPal to eBay and then got his millions, reached out to Russia and said, I want to buy one of your rockets. They told him no. And he was like, all right, I'm going to build my own rocket. That's where we had the Falcon 1. He had 2 failures, and on his last attempt, if it would have failed, SpaceX would have went bankrupt. And they launched it, and the shit was successful. from there, they went from Falcon 1 to Falcon 9, and 1 and 9 just means the number of engines that are on the booster. Okay. So, of course, Falcon 1 had 1 engine. Falcon 9 has 9 Merlin 1D engines, which are phenomenal, the most economical, in my opinion, one of the most economical engines to go up in space. Some people will say that Blue Origin has better engines. Blue Origin is owned by Jeff Bezos and Amazon, and they got their own rocket that actually returns, but it doesn't go as far as the Falcon 9.
Wow. So
he got the Falcon 9, and after doing the Falcon 9, he signed a contract with NASA to send cargo capsules to the space station, and that was Crew Dragon 1. Finally, they gave him the go-ahead, and they gave him the contract for manned missions, which took forever because, of course, NASA is one of those things that gets observed by everybody, and they're under regulations by the government. So they had some setbacks when a few of the rockets exploded. Okay. Finally, last year or earlier last year, they sent up crew demo. They sent up an actual capsule to the space station, unmanned first. Then they did some parachute tests, which is basically what 90% to give them the go-ahead, and then they did a abort test, like back in March, which was good, and now this is like their final demo mission. After this one, this isn't even an official mission. The next one is on October 30th, which is an actual SpaceX NASA mission to the space station. So if everything checks out, then they're good. I mean, literally, the fact that they were able to get off the ground. They're in orbit. The orbit's good. They're heading to the space station. They should dock tomorrow around 10 in the morning. If all that happens, then we're good. The only other thing we have to worry about is them coming back. So Boeing, on the other hand, had an unmanned mission with their capsule. It took off, which was fantastic. But then it got lost.
It got lost?
Dude, somebody apparently didn't want to stop and ask for directions.
Their programming, Boeing, which had problems with their 737. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And then you send the capsule up and it gets lost. Doesn't even make it to the space station. You have to quickly send it back to Earth. Someone's not. Well, what was funny is that manager found a tweet from about 2017 that they quoted the CEO of Boeing saying, "We're going to get to Mars first before SpaceX." Elon Musk replied, "Bring it on."
Wow.
And now we're looking at this and, dude, you guys fucked up. You just should have stayed quiet. So if all goes according to plan, yep. The next big thing is Starship and landing on the moon, and then after that they're looking to Mars. So 2024 for the moon, and possibly the first Starship to Mars. We don't know, but I hope.
That's awesome. That's so awesome.
Exciting. Biggest shit ever. Dude, I was so excited.
If I wasn't so short, I wanted to be an astronaut. Apparently they got regulations. You got to be at least like 5'3" or 5'5", something like that. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Give me a booster seat. I'll be fine.
I'm too wide. I'm too wide to be an astronaut. I'm most complex. Yeah. Fine.
Just put a booster seat. It'll be fine.
We'll build our own.
There we go.
Exactly.
Nerd's Happy Hour rocket. Put you in the capsule. We'll figure it out.
Be a small capsule. Come on.
With an automatic coffee maker.
Yeah, damn straight. They were like, how do you want to do your coffee? Do you want to have it in capsule form, or can you just do an IV?
Set you up.
Set me up.
I want to say thank you to my wonderful wife for making this shirt for me on short notice. I said, can you make me a shirt for the show that says SpaceX?
You all.
And she made it, and it looks fantastic.
That's awesome.
Wait, hold up. I thought that's freaking pimp, because I thought you bought that. Like, I didn't know she made that.
She made this in, like, less than an hour. We took a shirt that I already had for a few... I had this shirt. I said, I've been meaning to put something on this year. Put it on there. I want it for the show because it was just like it's one of those things that I wanted to represent. I even tweeted Elon Musk. She freaked out. I was like, don't worry about it. It's not like we're selling it. And I put hashtag not for sale.
Yeah, right.
Nice. That's cool. That's what's up.
Well, look, let's face it. We all know that everybody low-key watches and takes all of our ideas, so it's only a matter of time before the SpaceX T-shirts start flooding the market from Elon Musk.
Oh, they're out there already.
You're welcome.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. It's time for Mr.
24th?
Long.
Oh, shit.
24th time in a row.
Bro.
Fuck you!
Fuck you,
Astoria Crew! And welcome back. Just in time,
Yep.
Astoria. We're just talking about the SpaceX and the shuttle, right? Shuttle that just went up. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah.
Definitely let us know in the comments. And while you do that, let's start with gaming news. So, Kingdom Hearts TV show is reportedly going to be coming to Disney Plus. And we had actually dismissed it, I think, a few shows ago.
Yeah.
We were like, right, Shauna? It was like, we don't really know if we like that source or not. But,
Yeah, we were like, it's still kind of semi-rumored, like nothing was
right.
concrete enough, and we didn't want to, get all excited and very just like, and then be like, yeah, by the way, that's not going to happen. Sorry.
Right.
That's super. I'm excited as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely always want to bring you like the correct news. So sometimes we'll mess up, and if we do mess up, like we welcome you guys to correct us. I mean, this way we come together on stuff. So definitely do that. But we didn't want to give you some, false info before we actually knew if it was real. And after 3 sources talking about it, yeah, it's coming. And no, Kingdom Hearts is huge, yo. It is a huge franchise. Huge franchise.
Yeah, massive.
Oh yeah.
I mean, well, you've got 2. I don't want to say juggernauts, but let's face it. At this point, they're juggernauts. You've got Disney and Square Enix.
Yep.
I mean, come on. They're powerhouses, and it was a no-brainer for those 2 to come together. And now to have a TV show, they know what they're doing.
And
They do.
Not only that, but the story within Kingdom Hearts, it is dynamite. It is a dynamite story, coming in with like the 3 games and the little side games. Like it's got a phenomenal story, and I can just I can't imagine like what the show's gonna be like. So
my question is,
do
you start off after 3, or do you start from the beginning?
I would like them to go for the beginning. I mean, and this is where I'm really kind of fingers crossed that they don't fuck it up, but they've got this solid storyline already. It's like you've got everything laid out for you. Don't fuck it up. Don't go crazy doing like other stuff. Just
That's Hollywood, though.
I know that's Hollywood. They always fuck shit up. But that's why I'm like, come on, please. It's handed to you. A story is handed to you on a silver fucking platter.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to do anything to it to make it awesome. It's already awesome.
So you know how I found this story earlier in the week?
What's that?
There was an update to the Kingdom Hearts story. I found it earlier in the week, and then a day later, after I found the story, someone on Twitter, Skylar Schuler, posted that they were tagged in the original post. They're confirming that it's true. So here's what they know. Kingdom Hearts will be a Disney Plus series, not a movie.
Okay.
It's animated CG. Disney voiceover actors are expected to reprise their roles. Jim Cummings, Bill Farmer, Tony Anselmo.
Oh, wow. Wow, dude, that's awesome.
This is bringing tears to my eyes. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
If they're going to reprise their roles, they definitely got to start from the beginning. It has to. I'm telling you, the story is worth it. It's worth it, and it will like do more than one season, dude.
And they're doing it right by it's kind of like with the Mandalorian. They're doing it right by doing a series because you have the time now to develop the characters to really go into the story. Kingdom Hearts is definitely something that deserves a series and not a movie. There's just so much to go on to make it a movie. You'd be cutting out all the great stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, manager, how was that ice cream?
There's just so much.
They're asking me how your ice cream was.
What kind of ice cream did you have?
What kind of ice cream did you have?
It was enlightened. It was enlightened almond flavor.
Enlightened almond flavor.
I'm on a diet. So.
She's on a diet.
It's all right, manager, because I have Skinny Cow Vanilla Almond Crunch.
Only 2 points.
I don't know how many points mine is, but it's low calorie, so it's good.
You guys do points with your stuff and such?
I don't do points. I don't know how many eat.
I just eat a Skinny Cow. Skinny Cow, and it was like 6 points or something like that.
Oh, 6 points? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't have. I just I tried. I get lazy. I can't remember. I'm like, wait, what did I eat today? I don't remember. Fuck it. I'm not logging it. I don't remember what happened.
We were doing pretty good with keto. It's just for her, this is a lot easier.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody.
Why is he lying?
For you, it's easier.
Why is he lying? Oh, we're supposed to be doing keto.
Does she have some Fireball already?
Yo.
Let's have chicken. Normally we were having like chicken. We're like salad. You want to wrap? You want to wrap?
Yeah, but they were low carb wrap.
You want to wrap? But he doesn't understand that it's not. It's like an all or nothing thing. You
no,
can't
it's dirty keto. You can do dirty keto. You can have those wraps on dirty keto.
It doesn't matter. Carbs are carbs.
Carbs are carbs, but they're like what? 2 points?
It doesn't matter. You don't get it.
But I'm saying, when all you're doing is chicken, I'd love to do steak.
Steak. Oh, what can I say? Yeah, we got a little tiny grill because it's only the two of us. So we've got like a little one that goes on top of the, we put them on the table. I've been cooking so much lately. I'm like, do you want steak? Do you want chicken? Do you want burgers? How about turkey? Is turkey on the grill? Yeah, sure.
That's awesome.
Put anything on the grill. Okay.
Buffalo turkey burgers are fantastic. And if you can, stuff them. I don't like blue cheese, but buffalo turkey burgers with some crumbled blue cheese in the middle. And if you can, that's fantastic. Oh, Baby Yoda likes.
Can't help it. A little fucker. I love him.
Where's our little Baby Yoda? That's fantastic. No, I'm talking about the cat.
Oh. So,
Well,
can I
Booty Cat
say...
ain't here yet, so...
Oh,
no, Booty Cat's a real thing.
Yeah, Booty Cat is a real... So I love my Baby Yoda. Okay, as you can tell. So Hubs decided that he was going to get me the Baby Yoda for the Star Wars series, The Black.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Because he said that they were they advertise it like, 3, 4, whatever. This fucking Baby Yoda comes in. It's with...
That's what she said. Just based off of your head.
How big is that, Shauna? How big is that? How big is he?
Yeah.
How big is he?
He's this big. Oh my God, that's a good capture.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Oh my
So,
god.
and I'm like, so
That's like half a
apparently,
chub.
it's like, so I think what they did was they forgot to mention that Baby Yoda was scaled to the size of the other one. They're just like, yeah, it's a 4 to 5 inch tall character. Not Baby Yoda.
That's like half an inch, yo.
Wow.
Damn.
It's like, I'm sorry. I'm like,
Since you're talking about that Star Wars series Black figure, have you seen the lineup?
no. Well, I've seen some of them.
The Black
Like,
series?
yeah,
It's
but those
pretty,
are pretty dope.
yeah, they are. I know we jumped a little bit
I
ahead,
mean-
but you bring up like a really good point. Like they're really nice too, man. Fully articulated.
Yep.
We'll leave the link for our manager to set up. And they're gonna be $20, Hasbro Plus. And you could probably find them at Walmart and Target also. So.
Yep. So, just for people they're very similar to some of the some of the anime figures that you find that are articulated. So they do come apart. That's what how the articulation happens. So definitely be careful with them. If you don't care too much about how they articulate, I would definitely recommend throwing a little super glue in there to keep them, because
Yeah, aren't they like mostly like collectors? Like kinda, they're not really for like play.
yeah, I mean, but some people, like, for me, while I'm not gonna play with mine, I am gonna like display it. But with like all my with all
You
my
gonna play
other
with your toys?
I can't, y'all.
Listen, look at me. I play with my toys. I actually just recently got this one for my anniversary.
I'm jealous.
Ooh.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, I've been waiting to get myself one of these. It looks clearly blurry, but if you can see it on YouTube, yeah, there you go. Looking amazing.
So I display all my
Oh,
stuff.
you display your toys. You don't play with them. Gotcha.
Well, I take them out of the containers. Okay.
Oh, you
Like,
take them out. Gotcha.
Don't. I know where you were going. Don't.
Well, I take
We're-
them out
you know
too.
what?
I see.
Like some people, they leave them in the packages. They don't, 'cause heaven forbid that they don't, they get, dusty or something or lost. They hang them up and display them. No, I like take them out of the package, set them all up all over the place. Hups gets mad.
I don't take any of mine out.
Yeah, so it's like,
There are
if
some.
you leave them in the package, yeah, it's fine. But if you take them out of the package, you may want to consider putting some super glue on there, or you may lose an arm.
There are some that you like you could definitely you definitely got to leave in there. I'll give you an example. Blackest Night series. There was like 7 or 8 different like Hal Jordans that came out from San Diego Comic-Con, out of San Diego Comic-Con for that year, and it took me a while to collect most of them, but those are never gonna come out of their box. Whereas some of the other ones, like I've been taking them out, and Wolvie has been fucking them up, and I'm like, oh, gotta put them back. That's where it stops.
And again, the benefits of no children.
Thanks, Shauna. Thanks. But
Look, man.
huh?
No.
But one of the biggest stories that came out this week was the return, possible, most definitely though, the return of Sega Saturn. So exciting.
Sega.
And it's actually about a possible like console reveal, right? Something like that.
Yo, they're talking about actually making a push and coming back out with a new console. My thing is, are they even ready?
Right.
Because if they're pushing something out, that means they have to been engineering this for at least 3 years, and it's got to be able to live up to that Xbox thing, Xbox Tower, that Microsoft computer, and PlayStation 5.
Right. Right.
But if they've been sleeping on this and low key for that long, I would like to hope that they're just going to be like kicking the door down, Kool-Aid Man style, and it's this fucking amazing system that gives you that nostalgia because it's Sega, but still has that power and the graphics and everything else that will stand up next to Xbox, PlayStation.
Oh yeah.
When did the original come out? What year? Like early 90s?
Well, June 3rd is the 60th anniversary of Sega altogether.
90.
So,
no.
the Master System? I don't remember.
I don't know.
They've been around for a while.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Now here's yeah. Go
Googleable.
ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, you go. I was saying it was Googleable.
I wonder if like their aim isn't to compete with PlayStation and Xbox. What if their aim is to compete with Nintendo Switch and they come out with another handheld to console device? What if that's what they're going for? I mean, Nintendo right now is dominating that
Yes.
industry across the board. The handheld,
Especially with the Switch Lite.
yeah. Which, by the way, I'm gonna have to ask for your opinion on Animal Crossing. I want to know a little bit more about it, but we'll do it off air.
Yeah, no worries.
But go ahead, E.
You know what? What's up, E?
Oh, Master System came out October 20th, 1985 in Japan.
Ow.
North America, September 1986.
Damn.
$200 for that back in its day.
Wow.
Yo,
Holy shit! What's like that would be like? That's a lot of money back then.
we were born 2 months later. Crazy.
Well, but is it really though? If you take inflation into cost, you would figure that's about the equivalent of how much the PlayStation 5s can cost.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess like right now for us, $500, $600, that doesn't sound too unreasonable for certain things. But back in the 80s, like I'm sitting there and they're, when we were watching the Toys That Made Us, they were talking about some things were coming out at like $60, and I'm like, well, that's not that bad for that. And I'm like thinking, but then they're sitting there as like that price was unheard of back in the, the 80s. And I'm like, good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
So I think, definitely, even though inflation, it's still, I would say it was still considered a hefty sum back in the 80s.
It was. I mean, you're right. With the handheld, I think that's right now their best bet, considering what happened to Saturn originally. Mm-hmm. I mean, not Saturn, Dreamcast. They really, that would be their best bet, is to go handheld to a console that can't be hacked. Because that's what did them in, is they went to the Dreamcast. As fantastic as it was, Sony would be nowhere right now. Xbox would have never even came out had Dreamcast never got hacked as easily as it was. Dreamcast was superior to a Sony back in the day. I mean, that was, for me, I had a PlayStation at the time. I had a PlayStation 2, but I had a Dreamcast, and Dreamcast blew away the PlayStation 2. But the fact that I could get all the games for nothing, that's what even made it even better for me. But for them...
You know, the more you say that about going handheld for Sega, the more it would make sense, because it's kind of one of those, if you can't aim your cannon, you know, if you don't think your cannon's going to knock out the two big guys, go for the little guy, you know, and Nintendo's kind of untouched, and, you know, nobody fucks with Nintendo on their side, you know. It's like they just play in their little sandbox, and they, you know, make their games that are good for everybody, and their systems are for, you know, that everybody likes, and they do their thing, and PlayStation and Xbox are kind of off on their own doing their thing. So it would make sense for Sega to set their sights on knocking Nintendo off of their pedestal, especially because they you know, I mean, Sonic was
Sega Genesis.
At the time, Sonic was, so they still, you know, they had that capability to kind of go back with grabbing a good mascot and having, again, you know, I can't say it enough. They've got that nostalgia factor.
Oh, yeah. And
you know, it's like every time Nintendo has those, you know, those little, the retro console emulators for Nintendo, those things get swiped up so fast because it's your youth, it's your childhoods, and Sega was such a big part of so many kids' childhoods that I don't know. I think the thing could be a piece of shit, and people will still buy it.
And the demographic is right too. Our age, because we remember it crystal clear. Having that Sega Genesis ran for 30 minutes, but still, it was like nothing compared to it.
That's true. True. Well, we'll have to wait till June 4th to find out with their press release that they're going to have, and we'll find out June 4th what the big news is going to be coming from Sega.
It's going to be Amy's birthday, maybe. I don't know. That's the big news.
His birthday's next week?
That's right.
What? I did not know that.
Yeah. It's going to be 25, I think.
But, yeah, good answer.
Yeah. But since we were talking about Nintendo, I saw a news article, and I wasn't so sure until Ernie posted it, about, and this is from New York Times, about Rat Trap reopening. What's that? Mousetrap, Rat Trap?
The House of Mouse.
The House of Mouse.
Oh, the House of Mouse. Yeah. Disney World is reopening. I think it was, July 11th, I believe, was the date that I had. I love the name of that article, Mousetrap, Rat Trap.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, so, yeah, let me see the date. But it was all over the place that they actually, you know, they worked kind of with Universal on releasing an opening date. So it gets submitted to the county. From the county, it goes to the governor to sign off on it, on their reopening strategy. But they're looking to reopen this July. And, of course, they're observing all social distancing habits. They've been closed since March 15th. And so far, the two most popular ones, Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom, will reopen on July 11th, or they're hoping to reopen July 11th. And the other parks, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, which has Galaxy's Edge, will reopen on the 15th. All Disney employees will be forced to wear a mask. Oh. Not forced, but will have to wear a mask, as well as their guests. Any child above the age of 2 will also have to wear a mask. So don't be surprised if... Go ahead.
No, just these are the safety steps, just for our viewers. This is what they're going to be doing so you feel safe if you're going to go anytime soon.
So make reservations if you're going to go to dinner, because chances those are going to be gobbled up. For your rides, get your... No?
cancel the trips. They canceled the dining plans. They canceled the reservations.
Hold on, we got news. Hold on, from the manager.
So our friend, we were planning on going in November, and our friend was like all hyped because she was planning on, doing the dining plan and all that good stuff. And she just heard that she read an article and called them to confirm they're canceling all the dining plans.
Oof.
And something about them, they're also canceling reservations for like dining. And then I guess you can make them like later on, but like, so she's still kind of up in the air about it. But so far,
are you guys still gonna go?
I don't know.
I
would love to go. True.
And this isn't like a high risk, high reward kind of thing. It's like a shitty reward kind of thing.
It's one of those things. We will have to wait and see. Mm-hmm. I would love to go because I'm dying to go to Galaxy's Edge. Mm-hmm. And I haven't been there in a while.
I want to build a droid.
She wants to build a droid. I want a lightsaber. I mean, it's one of those things like, I think back like 2 weeks ago, Shanghai Disney reopened. So but again, Wuhan province is now displaying new cases of corona again. So
South Korea reclosed their schools again.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, and then
is starting to get some more cases. So
and we got Planet of the Apes in India. So I mean, seriously. and hold on. Let me explain myself. So people don't think I'm racist. So people don't think I'm racist.
Let's explain the story. Because like when I sent it to you, I said I hope they understand what I'm saying.
I got what you were saying. But so back in India, one of the workers of a lab had vials of the coronavirus from patients, and they got stolen by their monkeys. And I had to explain this to the manager as well, that the monkey, the chimpanzees, the little primates in India run rampant to the point of where you don't put your purse down, you don't put your personal belongings down because they will up and steal it. So they stole vials of coronavirus. And so, you know what? They're going to sit there. They're going to think there's something in it. They're going to crack it open. They're going to drink it. And next thing we know, we're Charleston Heston looking at the Statue of Liberty saying, damn you all to hell.
Yeah. What if the monkeys bring it back to like the natives who are like away from society? That like the only people on Earth that like don't want anything to do with anything, and here comes the monkeys and fucking like, oh, let me get you sick too. Like, but also it could
wipe them out.
The virus to different parts of India and beyond.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And not to mention animals.
In animals, what if it mutates like that, right? Again, what if it mutates and latches onto animals, and now animals start crazy, man? This is like Outbreak 1995 again, all over again.
Yo, it's ridiculous. Mr. Musk, can I get a Dragon Crew capsule for 5 people? If it's 5 people, can we get one?
A what?
A Dragon Crew capsule.
Oh, what is
if it's 5 people, that's a SpaceX capsule.
Oh, you want to go? You want to go to the moon, or you want to go where?
Anywhere where there's not corona. And right now, space is the only bet.
Shit, we don't even know what's out there. But I'm willing to go there.
Yeah, I was going to say, but
actually, speaking about SpaceX, I believe Space Force is out on Netflix, right?
Yes.
It just came out, right? Which is like the
funny as fuck.
Office parody, but in space.
Space Force.
Yeah. Yeah. So however you feel about Disney reopening on July 11th, let us know in the comments, and we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah. I definitely think
go ahead.
It's going to be a learning experience, I think.
Oh yeah.
To be
just so many people, man.
Yeah, but like, how do you limit something like that? I mean,
they keep track of how many people have come in, so they're probably going to have to cut their limit in half.
Right. I mean, but that's still a lot of people that park can hold.
All right, let me put it to you this way. You know how annoying it is to stand out of Home Depot or Walmart and Target waiting in line to get in because you know how long people are going to take inside? Imagine that times like however many rides times like the amount of people that usually go and now that they want to get the hell out of the house. It is going to be absolutely lines up the ass, dude. Insane.
Right, like how do you social distance on an amusement park ride?
Dude.
How do you do that?
You're gonna have to skip every other chair.
What if they do it a pay-to-win route? No, you don't. The higher you pay, the more you move up. Crazy. Pay-to-win in real life. Oh shit.
And then,
right?
Seriously, the first spot will never be as coveted before as no one is going to want to sit in anywhere but the first seat. Because do you want to sit behind somebody on an amusement park with their spit flying all back?
Ooh,
I never thought about that. That's kind of gross.
Ew, I never thought about that.
Because you know you're not going to be able to wear a mask on a roller coaster. Shit'll fly right off.
Oh, yeah.
So who's going to want to ride on an amusement park ride behind somebody? With your cheers and your stuff and your spit all flying?
I can see Ernie's gears turning, and he's like, nope. I don't think nope.
You don't think about that stuff in a normal setting because you're going to have fun. But now with the fact that we all know that once the bans are lifted, that people can go out and do shit. People are going to go out regardless of how they feel because that's how we got in this mess in the first place, is people just kept living their lives because they're like, fuck it, I'm going to do what I want because I don't care.
Yep.
If I get sick, I get sick. Well, now they're going to be like, well, I'm going out, and they're going to carry their shit all over the place. And they're going to go to Disney World, and they're going to get everybody sick. Again.
And piggybacking off of that, but taking a sidestep, I got to give props to those people at the Target in Minnesota that wore masks.
Yeah. That's a hot topic right there.
But we're just going to keep on moving. No, but seriously, yeah, I never thought about the spit coming from people in front of me. I always thought about the vomit, but never the spit. I don't know. That's kind of gross.
I never encountered that before.
No, neither have I, but I've always thought about it. What if the motherfucker in front of me is sick, blows chunks, that's going to come on me? But I never thought about them screaming and yelling in the particle.
Oh, nobody's coming on you.
Yeah, nobody's coming on you, kid.
What if they have, like, big Steven Tyler lips? Mick Jagger.
Share.
It's fucked up.
That's gross. No, but you're right though. Shauna brings out a point that I never thought about, and now that makes me rethink of everything. And like, yo,
unfortunately, and I feel really bad for people who are like germaphobes because it's gonna like make them 10 times worse. Because you really do start thinking more and more and more about germs. Like, oh shit. Well, whatever. I don't care.
The more you know.
Dun, dun, dun.
And knowing is half the battle.
True.
Yeah.
Let's see. So we have another story of let's see. Once upon a time in Tatooine, according to CNET, Timothy Oliphant will reportedly wear Boba Fett's armor in the next Mandalorian season, which is pretty cool because I like how he acts. What happened?
He's a good actor.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not gonna lie.
He's not going to be playing Boba Fett. It was in one of the Star Wars books, the character was introduced. I think it was Aftermath, where he buys Boba Fett's armor from Odysee and dons it and pretends to be Boba Fett. So we have Boba Fett in The Mandalorian. We have Timothy Oliphant in The Mandalorian wearing his armor. What do you think is going to happen? It's going to be a good season. Now, will we get Boba Fett in more than one episode? I'm hoping so. I hope it's not a one and done. I hope it's just one of those Mandalorian side stories of where we know he's there. What the fuck's he doing? We have Timothy Oliphant talking to the Mando. We know that's not the original Mandalorian. And somewhere later in the series, in season 2, we get the clash, where we finally get to see Boba Fett don his armor back on, and that's it. And poof, goodbye. The character he's going to be playing, and I had this a second ago, he will be playing Cobb Vanth is who he should be playing.
Cobb salad?
Cobb Vanth. Yeah, salad. Cobb salad with extra corn.
It's a mayo.
Oh. Made mashed potatoes today with some mayo.
Yeah, my dad does this shit too.
Oh my god, it's like the best thing.
Dude.
He didn't know about it till he met me though. Just saying.
All right, so look, I'm sure it's tasty. It's probably one of those things, though. Just don't tell me what. Tell me afterwards. And I'll be like, okay.
That's how I grew up, though. Like when I grew up and like people started talking about mashed potatoes and butter, I'm like, what are you talking about?
Okay.
Let's just say mashed potatoes and butter is an American thing.
He said mashed potato and butter is an American thing.
Basically, saying it's a white people thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what you're saying, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a white people thing.
How do you make your mashed potatoes?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't make mashed potatoes.
Thank you. I don't eat them.
I didn't ask you if you liked them. I asked you how you made them.
You don't,
I don't know. I've never made it.
Your parents never made it growing up or anything?
Oh, my parents did. They used mayo.
See?
It was maybe it's a Hispanic thing. I don't know. But butter, like crazy.
All right. So I know. I'll tell you my thoughts on it.
Sidebar for later.
Yeah, sidebar.
I'll say this: it also had sour cream.
Yeah,
Ooh,
sour. Yeah.
Yes, good. My grandmother used to use margarine, not butter. She used margarine.
Ooh.
But that's because we was broke and we didn't have.
Okay.
We didn't
have butter.
We didn't have butter. We had I can't believe not butter.
Yeah, we had parquet growing up, and then I found out what it was made of.
Oh.
Parquet. Yeah, so butter. Margarine's not allowed in my house anymore.
Yeah. Not me.
Like sometimes, like I look at them, like I feel like if young me saw me now, they'd be like, "Damn, bitch, you rich. You know, butter just sitting around all over the place. Butter all over." I'm like, oh, you're so rich you can just have butter sitting on the counter, like no big deal.
Long saying salt, pepper, mayo, and butter for him, or heavy cream in place of butter. D. Lope says his mom uses mayo.
See?
Yeah. All right, I don't know.
What the hell? Now I feel like I need to make this, but I can't tell Hubs that I'm putting it in there because he'll probably be like,
I
don't know.
like it better than butter, man.
he probably will. I just have to tell him what's in there.
I don't know. I put butter in it too, but it's just I don't know. Mashed potatoes is one of those things that I've never eaten. I'm not keen on it, so not really for me. I didn't eat it. I don't like mashed potatoes.
freaking love mashed potatoes. But honestly, for me, I like any kind of potato.
Listen,
French fries.
I'll tell you where I lost the interest. One morning, this is back then when in high school, like 2002 or 3, I don't know. We went to Hometown Buffet over here in Waterbury. And, it's like, that was my dad's spot Sunday mornings.
You're like,
I'm not with Dave Lopes.
Yeah, you can make chocolate cake with mayo.
yeah, actually you can. Well, think about it. Mayonnaise is basically eggs and oil. That's all mayo is eggs and oil, which you put in chocolate cake. Eggs and oil.
Interesting.
Butter and cream cheese?
Butter and cream cheese and what?
I think that's what Amy said, butter and cream cheese and mashed potatoes. I'm thinking.
Ooh.
I don't know how I feel about that.
What I
Is
said.
Is that off the Facebook?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I've thought about cream cheese, but
in mashed potatoes, but cream cheese? I don't know.
Maybe,
You know what I did once?
A European thing. I don't know.
Oh, wait. We back to Hometown Buffet. Hold on, I want to hear that story.
So Hometown Buffet, right? So you walk in there and they pretty much got lunch and dinner and breakfast at the same time, whatever you want. And I go up to the mashed potatoes and I'm about to have some eggs, mashed potatoes, whatever. And I see this like chunk of butter just chilling in the middle of the mashed potatoes, and it's like there was a ring of like oil around the butter between the mashed potatoes, and it was like it is engraved in my head. And I said, this is fucking gross, because when you took the scoop, the butter didn't like melt or anything. It was just like chunked in there, bro. And it was like, oh my God. And I never again did I say I'm gonna have butter with my mashed potatoes. And then find out my parents did it with like mayo too, and I was like, that's fucking mind blowing too.
That must have been margarine.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because butter melts like crazy fast.
That was parquet.
It was
Parquet.
nasty, bro.
D. Lopes is saying Nerd News Cooking Hour.
That's what we should
Yeah,
do.
don't get me started. I can talk about food all day long.
That's what we should. Guys, don't forget tomorrow night at 9 p.m. I think there's gonna be the Lord of the Rings reunion. I think, what's it
So
called?
excited for that. Yeah, what is it called?
I think the LA Times put it up.
Shall not pass. Yes, I think they're all getting back together to do.
What is it going to be on?
Let's see. We'll put the link up for you guys so you guys can read up on it too. Reunited Apart trailer. I think there's a trailer out actually for it too. Let's see.
Internet's just slow today.
I think it's going to be on YouTube actually. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
so
gonna be live on
YouTube Live.
YouTube.
That's going to be pimp.
Yeah, go now and subscribe to YouTube and catch the entire episode Sunday at 9 a.m. and 12 Eastern time. Okay, 12 here. So yeah, on YouTube, Josh Gad. So get up on that shit. That'd be dope. Let's see. Did you guys know that Ruby Rose left the Batwoman or Batwoman?
Mm-hmm. Batwoman show. Yeah.
Yeah.
This was one of those stories that just kept growing and growing. Because remember, I first put it up, and then you followed up that she was fired, and then I read something else. It just ended up being like it was a meeting of. She wasn't easy to work with. She broke her back. She had to have spinal surgery or something, and then
shit.
she was like a bitch on set, according to what I've read. So I'm not.
Not quoting anything. I think I read some, Hubs read something that said that she was, saying it was too hard, it was too difficult, and everything, and
You want to go back home?
Wait, what did you say?
You want to go back home?
Go back home.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. But
She's she's from Australia, so she wanted to be back in Australia.
she wanted to be that
She can go back to Orange is the New. Anyways, Orange is the New Black. So.
So that was over.
Yeah, I guess
exactly.
Right before departing or something, she was like, "Those who know, or whatever, little cryptic message, whatever. But
Yeah,
I mean, it's just, I'm sorry, she just doesn't fit the character, man.
Yeah.
Aside,
I like her. Yeah, I like her as an actress, and but I just can't see her.
She has no range.
yeah.
no.
Now let me ask you
I
guys.
can't see her as Kate Kane. I
Let me
just
ask
really
you
can't.
guys, do you think that her casting was due to her recent fame, or because they thought that she could be a good Batwoman? Why would you, why would you jump into a burning pan, right?
I think that it was a combination of things. She was in Orange and the New Black. She is very much vocal in regards to the LGBTQ community, and I think they honestly thought she would be a good fit. So I think that it was kind of like a mesh of things where they thought, oh, okay, well,
The two things I saw, she's in Orange is the New Black. She's decent in that because she's a prisoner. And then she's in John Wick 2.
That's right.
Yeah.
Which it did her justice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think
She
they
was good
went
at Joe.
with quantity over quality with her. They just like recent up and coming artists.
Yeah, I think that there was quite a few other people that could have been tapped to play the role a little bit better. But
Agent 5 is like, listen, superheroes are things right now. You gotta get in there.
I am wondering why, most people when they think of Kate Kane, it's her hair. She's usually always portrayed with long red hair.
Yeah.
But not in the show.
Right.
Did Rose not want to have her hair long? And that was maybe a stipulation for her?
Right. Or was it, producer's call? We don't know.
Right. Why wasn't she portrayed that way like she normally is? Because I think that's one of the charms of the character is she is this very masculine yet feminine woman who, even though she has long hair, she's very tough, she's very strong. But now we've got Ruby Rose, who is just very masculine, very cocky, very oval feminist in this role. And it's like...
Yeah, true.
They could have just given to Cena the Princess Warrior. Would have been better.
Would not mind Lucy Lawless, though. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Not my hers.
No.
Not mine. Come on, it's Lucy Lawless. She's freaking awesome.
Last time I saw Lucy Lawless was in Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., though.
Ooh. I'll have
It's
to
like
catch
the
up
first
back
season.
up on that.
Just first season, a few episodes, not long. Didn't last long.
Yeah. But still.
But still, it's Lucy Lawless.
Exactly. She's like goals.
I don't know. I mean, who would we get at this point to replace her?
Catwoman? I told you mine.
Oh, who to replace Ruby Rose?
Yeah.
Oh, let's
What'd
see.
you say?
The lesbian from Santa Clarita Diet.
Oh, manager said the lesbian sheriff from Santa Clarita Diet.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Or Dead to Me.
What?
Or Dead to Me.
Or Dead to Me. Let me look up the name of that actress.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know who she is.
What about the chick from Dark Phoenix or whatever? Jean Grey. What's her name?
No.
Oh.
Hell no.
She's too, yeah.
No.
Mrs. Jonas.
She's one-dimensional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she played a good Sansa Stark, but
Yeah, she's just playing herself, that's why.
Natalie Morales is who the manager said.
I don't know. Maybe, yeah.
oh, put some red hair on her. No, I think that would be a good. I think that would be a good Batwoman, actually.
She's got like the shoulder builds coming, yeah.
She's kind of got a.
Need that chick that squares up, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Face it, it's the CW, so they're gonna probably pick someone who looks good rather than someone who's good for the role.
Or they'll recycle one of their actors from another series that's no longer around.
Exactly. They'd be like, who did we find?
I can see what's her name from Vampire Diaries.
I got it. Allie Kemper. No?
Allie Kemper? Hold on. Oh, okay. So Natalie Morales it is because she's Cuban. Ellie Kemper from Bridesmaids. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? I can see it though. And then the show would be a lot funnier.
She'd be a fucking dork, bro.
That'd be funny. That would be funny.
In the office, she took over Pam's position once. Pam.
That's right. Yes.
I don't know why I couldn't visualize. I was like, of course I know who she is, but apparently my brain's like.
She's like Kimmy Schmidt or something on Netflix or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Yeah.
Yo, so
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot of people who could play it, but in all reality, again, because it's the CW, I can totally see them just taking something from, One Tree Hill, Vampire Diaries, one of those types of shitty shows, and saying, "Oh, let's put her in there."
Yeah, I think they're learning their lesson now.
Maybe.
You know what else is really? Yeah.
As long as they learn their lesson before those other Swamp Thing and fun, awesome shows, Tell Me a Story, come, then we're good.
True.
So, anywho, what else we got?
So, Yankee Stadium is going to be a drive-in movie theater now, according to
Sports Illustrated.
Sports Illustrated, yeah.
How is the space going to be a drive-in?
That's massive.
That's what she said. It's one of those things. There's still a way to attend live events, according to Sports Illustrated. You could still social distance in a drive-in. You probably could set up like little booths and then just play it on the jumbotron out in center field. And then along the stadiums, there are little mini screens, but you have everybody facing center field. You can even probably plop everybody physically in a seat since it's still outdoors. You just can't have that many people loading into each section and play a movie that way. According to this, Sports Illustrated is saying that starting in July, there will be movies played, live concerts, carside dining service, and local street vendors. So it's not even just an internal thing. It's the whole. It's revitalizing the whole area, which needs it because those stores underneath the train station, underneath the trains, they make their business off of Yankee games. They really are only open Like, you want a cheap Yankee shirt, you go to one of the stores across the street. You don't buy it in the stadium. So it doesn't really indicate how. It says you can view the entertainment from your vehicle. Hosts and performers will have their voices projected through car radios from a main stage. So, I mean, maybe it's one of those things of where you just sit in your car and you listen to it.
You know what I want to know is, like, what company, either AMC or Regal or whatever, like, what company, like, saw this whole pandemic shutting their movie theaters down and said, we got to jump on the first train to whatever stadium, try to make a deal, and see if we can make this shit happen. Because this is, one, it's very soon. Two, we don't even know how this is going to actually work. This is the first time trying anything like this. But if it does work, I think all the other companies are going to, like, jump ship on board, and, like, start, like, hitting up, like, stadiums and shit.
Definitely.
Somehow.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a partnership where two companies that have been outplaced for this whole thing are going to say, hey, you want to make money? I want to make money. Let's make money together.
Mm-hmm. How much is it going to be to, like, how much would a drive-in even be? Would it be, like, $20 per car, or, like, per movie plus car or parking? Or, like, yo.
Normally it's carload.
Right, but I have a feeling that the stadiums, they're going to nickel and dime you.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be like, oh, hey, it's only, $20 a car. There can be 4 or 5 people in it. But then there's going to be parking, and then there's probably going to be some other little thing.
And what if this does
I have a
work?
feeling.
What if this does work and they start doing that with, like, live games? You can't sit inside because you're too close to each other, but you can watch it outside in the car.
Mm-hmm.
While the game is still going. Crazy.
That would be dope.
Yep.
Yeah.
It would definitely be a way to keep the seasons, the football, the baseball, all of those seasons, to keep them going.
People tailgating outside and shit still.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at a website for a local drive-in theater. It's the Pleasant Valley Drive-In here in Connecticut, I hope. And their ticket ranges is admission $10, ages 13 and up, $5, 6 to 12, 5 and under is free, and then Thursday night is carload, so $20 per carload.
Okay, so it's per person other than the carload days. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So kind of similar to regular prices for movies, except for that carload.
And you get $20, and if you're smart, you fucking load your trunk with everything.
Yeah.
Except a grill, which they say you can't bring a grill, but you load your car up with all the food.
That'd be cool. You know what? Bring your RV, right? Shit.
So you can't bring a grill. It doesn't say anything about a crock pot.
This dude. Hey, you're right, though. You're right.
It doesn't say anything about one of those little burners that induction stoves.
Little Bunsen burner thing.
Exactly. A sous vide gun. There you go. I can't grill, but I got a sous vide gun.
Fucking sous vide.
Pretty much a blowtorch, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Harbor Freight sells them for like $10, I think, or $5.
Oh God.
Worth it. Okay. So before we get into all this like juicy DC like news, the boys are back in town. Boys season 2 is coming back. There is a release date trailer, right?
Oh.
It was supposed to be yesterday. I have not seen anything at all. So as of me putting up the story, they were saying that the trailer was supposed to be released yesterday. I did not catch anything for a teaser or trailer or anything. The only teaser trailer we had, which was that the one from home where they all released that season 2 was coming, but that's it. I have not, unless it came out today. Nothing.
Yeah, and I think Shauna, you're gonna like this next one, The Umbrella Academy 2, season 2. I think. Yeah, Umbrella Academy season 2, definitely coming back.
Yes, super excited. I saw that trailer. It was freaking hysterical.
Dude,
Loved
season
it.
1 is dope.
Yes.
Seriously, it was such, like, honestly, I think it was like a sleeper. People didn't think anything of it because, I mean, to be honest, not a lot of people even knew that it was a graphic novel comic. So it just kind of came out of left field.
Yeah.
And I'm excited.
Left field.
Super excited. Left field.
And that's another one. That's the one that I was thinking about that was supposed to have the trailer yesterday.
Yeah.
And nothing. But, like Shauna was saying, that teaser from Netflix was good.
Yeah. Like, they're all social distancing, they're all their homes, but they recreated that dance sequence from the show.
Yes.
Which was pretty cool. I like, they recreated it perfectly for their homes. Like the one where the guy's like got the toothpick and he's gonna throw it at the stuffed animal, but you see his hand go across. I don't know. I thought it was cool, and I thought it was really awesome that they did that with social distancing instead of, doing it probably the way they would have wanted to have done it, which was to be on set recreating it.
Yeah.
But so I think it made it a little bit better. Yeah, yeah.
It gave for originality and saw them in their own elements.
Exactly.
I am very excited.
Mm-hmm.
Joe. If you want to get some dinnerware set, according to Simple Most, Target will be selling the porcelain Harry Potter dinnerware set, which is pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Target's been partnering with some pretty awesome dishware because they had a Disney selection.
Oh yeah.
They had the Disney version, and now, but I'm super excited for Harry Potter. That's going to be dope.
In Target, if you go over to the pop culture section by the TVs, there is so much like really, 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 really cool stuff other than action figures there. I mean, socks and like, porcelain dinnerware sets and all this other really cool shit.
Usually I stick to the clearance sections, but every now and then I'll
I'm always looking for like cool coffee cups, but like I haven't seen nothing really pop out though. Like nothing like that. I want a big ass coffee cup.
Oh.
That's what's up.
True. True. I got big coffee cups, but they don't fit under my coffee maker, so I can't use them.
Now, there's the big. I don't use it for a coffee mug, but I use it at my craft station.
Oh.
For Patron.
Big, huh? Oh, can and will.
I can and I will.
That's dope.
As big as my...
That is really big, dude. Holy shit.
It's huge.
That's what she said.
Okay.
Do you think that Rick and Morty might get delayed?
No, season 5 delayed again, dude.
Like, not as long as between season 3 and 4, but because they got the script ready. The script is written and everything. Except, I got a leg on me. It's just that.
As long as it's not Booty Cat.
Booty cat.
But it's one of those things. That season might get delayed because they're not in studio at this time, so they're waiting to get in the studio to record the audio. So I mean, we're used to it. We can
audio from home.
With the Toto way.
What? I heard Toto.
I just say, can't they record the audio at home? Whatever. Okay. I don't give a shit.
delayed reaction.
Oh shit! So, when we were talking about Star Wars,
I don't know what's going on either.
we forgot to say about Danny Trejo has a role in Mandalorian. I don't know what it is, but I'm sure you guys can fill me in on this one.
I don't know that he has one, but they said that he wants to be in it. He wants to be in it really badly. And they're trying to make it happen for him.
So
Yeah.
So, really quick side note about Danny Trejo. I recently finished listening to this podcast called We Are Alive. It started in 2009, and it's about survival in a zombie apocalypse, and it is phenomenal. It gives you the feels, you feel the laughter, but it's definitely theater for the mind. And check it out on iTunes, Spotify, pretty much everywhere. And it's called We Are Alive. It's a really, really good podcast. But at the very end of the third story, there's 3 stories so far. Danny Trejo is in it, and they didn't have to ask him to be in it. He wanted to. He's that type of person, which leads back to this story about Mandalorian. He wants to be in these shows. You don't have to tell him yo, listen, let's negotiate. I'm sure they do, but he offers to be in shows because that's how cool this dude is, yo.
I think it's awesome that he's like that low key fucking nerd.
Yup.
Yeah.
You ever
You
seen
look at him and you do not think that he's gonna be like a fucking mega nerd. I'm expecting.
Even in the CW's Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
In a couple of episodes.
I would have loved to have seen him there's a Harry Potter or something in Skinny Trail.
Expecto machete.
Yeah. Yeah. You ever seen his actual life story? It's pretty fucked up, yo. To see where he's at now, it's incredible how he changed.
He's one of those people that deserve what he has. He earned it.
Yeah.
He's just I watched something where it says people get surprised with puppies, or pets, and they were doing the interview with Danny Trejo, and then they brought 3 or 4 little puppies, and his voice just changed. And there's the puppies are climbing all over him, licking his face, and he's just in fucking heaven.
They probably said, "Whoa, it's the dog god."
Yeah, right. I don't know. I love seeing people like that. The people who look like they're just gonna be gruff and mean and angry, and then they're just the biggest squishy teddy bears. I love it.
Like old man Logan's.
It's I love it. Absolutely love it. So I honestly, if he's in, he's going to be a bounty hunter, hands down.
He's got to be.
He's got to be. I can't be the perfect role for him.
Yeah.
Is some alien cyborg robot.
Just play him as is. Name him Machete because that's for the most part what he goes through in every role he plays.
True.
And make him a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
But what would be dope is let Robert Rodriguez direct that episode.
Oh, why is that?
Ooh, those grindhouse type Robert Rodriguez, Sin City type film.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, they work together really well. Yeah.
Yeah, you put, but just tone it down for Disney, which you probably can do. But give us a Robert Rodriguez-esque type Mandalorian episode, which isn't far off from the Mandalorian itself.
Yeah.
You could totally do that. You could totally do that easily.
You got that vibe, that 80s, 90s vibe. You can do it.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it,
Yep.
definitely.
And there's, you can definitely, there's parts that are a little gritty. And you know what? Let's face it, Danny Trejo has got some fucking range.
So, I'm not sure if Jace fell asleep, passed out, my dude was just saliva falling, fucking drooling and shit. I was like, that shit must have hit that hard.
If Jay starts, I swear to God, if Jay starts,
Jay,
no,
we're gonna wake you up. We're gonna wake you up. We're gonna talk about what you've been wanting to talk about. Let's start off with HBO Max. It went live the 22nd, right? This week?
27th.
27th this week? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're talking about a Green Lantern versus Arrowverse, or they're talking about Green Lantern is the next step from Arrowverse?
They're saying that the creator is saying of the Green Lantern series, he's saying it's not going to be your CW type series from the Arrowverse. It's going to be better than anything that you've seen on CW.
And this is according to Superhero Hype, so check it out, definitely.
So they are pretty reliable, and like when it comes to I go to Superhero Hype to check facts, and then I go elsewhere anyway. But they've been around for years, and if that's what you're telling us, that this is going to be a lot better than anything on the CW, please, you don't even have to do Earth Green Lanterns. Just give us GL overall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'd love to see the other cores, though. I think that would be freaking amazing to see all the cores.
But if you're going to show the other cores, right, you have to do it with the Blackest Night, story arc. You have to do it that way. It is the only way to understand the other Lanterns and get a really good sense of who they are, why they are. It's just you have to do that story arc, definitely.
Just make it the final season. There you go. You have your final season.
There you go. Yep. That'd be great.
You have your final season basically written for you. Now just wait. Give us 7, 8 seasons.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm excited. HBO Max. What? I didn't even catch this.
What's up?
HBO Max Green Lantern series will feature Sinestro.
Ooh, that's good. That is some meaty stuff.
So Greg Berlanti, who's producing the Green Lantern series, confirmed that the show will feature Sinestro, the former Green Lantern who mentored Hal Jordan before turning on the Guardians.
That's really cool.
Wow.
Man. They need a supervillain like him. That's a good story to start with. How he became the Yellow Lantern.
Now the wheels are turning.
I think I know what it is.
So there we got 2 cores right there. That's all we need for a while.
Yeah, for a while. Yep. Which this leads on to, according to Culture Nerd, Warner Media wants Batfleck back. And I don't know. I think it's a good idea, but will it clash with Robert Pattinson's Batman?
No.
Not necessarily. If they do it right, I think you could do it if you do it right.
Yeah.
You could even Jason, different universe, but what if you had them both in one movie? Flashbacks.
It's a flashback?
Flashbacks, flash forwards. So it jumps, it's
To
going
the
to
young
be
and
all
older.
Highlander style, basically.
Oh, that's crazy. What were you going to say, Jay?
I don't know, it's just different universes,
Yeah. As much as I hate to bring it up, but, in Crisis on Infinite Earth, you had the 2 Supermans, so,
Which
DC has, they have multiverses, so could be 2 different Batmans.
That's true.
That is true. I'm not going to even go to that story.
Yeah, well, that's why I said I hate to say it, but
The reason I bring this story up is because the very next one is that Henry Cavill is back as Superman. And if Henry Cavill is back, and they want Batflip back, then that means, as you've heard, the Snyder Cut is coming to HBO Max. That's so dope.
How are you feeling about it, Jay?
Because it's been like 2 weeks,
Let's go.
3 weeks. Let's go. You got to go off, Jay. Let's go.
No, I'm happy for the fans that was respectful. But the fans that bitch and moan, hating on every fucking everything that DC and Warner Bros. Put out, fuck you. No.
oh shit.
Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
No, but like, excited that it's coming out. It's like, you get to see his vision. Well, fuck those assholes. He is harassed every time they put something on social media. Release Snyder Cut, release. Like, just shut the fuck up. You got it. And now they're still bitching about shit.
They're still mad about it, right?
He's still mad. They're still going to be mad.
And they're always going to be mad.
Now, why do you think? Why do y'all think like the Snyder Cut like became a real thing? You think it was because of these shitty ass fans, or the fans that really wanted it? What do you think made it? What was the catalyst that said, "Yo, we got to do this"? Because we had a really good source on our show that said, "Yo, it's not happening."
Well,
forget about it.
Technically, Paul was right. There's no such thing as Snyder Cut. They have to put it together.
So it was a cryptic message, you saying? Like he was like
the movie didn't exist. Like he shot the scenes from the movie, but it didn't exist. That's what I'm saying. Like
I see.
now they have to put the movie together, do reshoots and all that stuff.
Yo, is
$30
this
million.
I think it's money.
Is this going to save that franchise? Right? Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think it was money. I think that was the catalyst.
Yeah, I think
money.
The pandemic had a play because everybody's doing watch parties and are interacting with directors, people in the cast and all that stuff. So
they probably offset money, right? Like theater money that you would have to spend to put your movie in theaters and shit. Well, now you can just stream it, and you might actually make a profit.
Especially if it's going to be going on if you're going to be streaming it on a service that you have to pay for. Now you're going to have people who are like, well, shit, now I got to get HBO Max because I got to watch it. So now you're going to have people subscribing who wouldn't necessarily have subscribed just so they can see that. So even if you get it, even if there's an influx, a short influx. I mean, look at all the people that subscribe to Disney Plus because The Mandalorian.
They'll be coming
back. You're going to get people to subscribe to it just because they're like, oh, shit, well, I got to get it now so I can watch this. And hopefully they'll stay on.
I mean, it was one of those things that I would have waited till all 6, because it's going to be episodic, so 4 to 6 episodes. I would have gotten it for like the 1 week trial and just binged the whole thing and then canceled it. I mean, they're smart in their model. Hopefully, it is delayed release, just so it builds up that hype of episode after episode. I don't know.
If they're smart, they'll do it episodic. If they're smart, they will.
It seems like when we had the news of Snyder Cut coming out, now everything's hitting us with this is coming out and that's coming out, and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. It seems to like gave Warner Brothers a breath of fresh air with what they want to do, because now they're moving forward and they're talking about Cavill and a possible Man of Steel. So far, what I've heard of Henry Cavill or Cavill is that he's going to be like the Nick Fury of DC, showing up in everything.
Wow.
I'm not mad at that.
Do you think?
Which will.
Sorry. I just want to say, do you think that's why he showed up in Shazam? That was the start of it.
It wasn't. It was, but you never saw his face. I saw an article today that the director of Shazam now has redone the scene where it actually shows Henry Cavill as Superman. But we probably will see him in a Black Adam. We'll see him in Aquaman 2. We'll see it. It's not too late to put him in Wonder Woman because we have enough time.
Right.
Yep.
We'll see him in Suicide Squad 2. We are now going to see him in everything, and maybe it'll lead to... I think they're banking this Snyder Cut is going to be very important for that DCEU. If it gets everybody aboard, we're going to see a Justice League 2 Snyder style.
Yeah.
We are, like the Robert Pattinson Batman movies, will continue because that's a young detective Batman. If they could keep him out of rehab, we'll get Ben Affleck's movie also.
No way.
But we are.
No.
I'm hoping. That's my hope. That's my hope.
Oh my God, that would be awesome.
But you got Johnny Depp potentially coming into the fold. Now, my speculation is: do you hold Johnny Depp for Ben Affleck for a Robert Pattinson, or do you hold him for a Justice League or something else? That because now, if everything goes the way they want, or do you do both? Because you can.
Yeah.
You can do both.
And we still haven't heard about what's going on with The Flash. And that movie is going to be very important to the whole franchise because you have your original Justice League movie. You then have, and the problem is, it could go out of order, but you could have Flashpoint happen. And then at the end of Flashpoint, that's going to bridge to what happened in this Justice League episodic Snyder Cut.
I heard that when Ezra Miller showed up as Flash in Grant Gustin's Flash TV show, that was the kickoff to Snyder Cut, like becoming a real thing.
Yeah.
Because fans were like, wait, why? And wow, y'all did this.
Yeah. And it could.
That kind of like, that broke the whole, I mean, I can't, my thoughts just cannot.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh my God. And I think that's the greatest thing about with the comics, with the multiverses, is they're really starting to latch on to that. Wait a minute. We have a infinite possibility of universes that we can play with, that we can intermingle with, that we can cross over.
Yep.
So you don't have to sit there and say that that's the only one. So my brain is just, I think my brain is literally fried, and I can't. I'm so excited and happy with all these possibilities of awesomeness.
I hope this is redemption.
I hope so too. And
I do.
And then I found an article on Comic Book CBR saying from the HBO Max boss, they were going to do this. And I guess, remember when we were talking about the rumors about it potentially coming to HBO Max?
Right.
I found two different articles that kind of explained why it took so long. There was a lot of legalities that they had to get over. You had to go to each actor and get their okay for them to use their footage. Like then I found an article with J.K. Simmons saying Zack Snyder reached out to him asking him if it would be okay for him to be used in the Snyder Cut versions. So now you have to go back and undredge all that footage of all these actors that you used. Imagine, and all the staff and everybody that got credit for the original film. There's got to be some type of negotiation of you have to get paid for this because this is your piece of work. So they had to probably work with BAFTA and SAG as well to get that, and that kind of explains why when it was first rumored, they put like not happening because they weren't sure about it. But then reading that article saying that they went through, and they didn't really fully explain. He just said Yeah, that's an interview for another day to go through everything that they went to get Snyder Cut to HBO Max, and then reading the one with J.K. Simmons, I was like, okay, bless you.
Oh,
You know what? I didn't even think about that, about what they would have to do to basically get permission for the whole, wow.
Everything.
So you know that they got to be serious about something to have to go through all that bullshit.
Yeah, so it's happening.
That's.
It's going to happen. It's a matter of time. They're saying 2021 HBO Max.
Intriguing.
When in 2021? I don't know. But did you see that teaser trailer?
yeah.
No, I missed it.
It was fully detailed too.
Send me the link.
It's at the bottom of the show notes.
Fantastic. I'm gonna have to go on there. Yeah, I totally missed it. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, we should share it with the with our viewers so they.
Yeah, we should definitely see that because that's pretty awesome.
It is. It's ultra mega dope. We're gonna get more of Superman in black suit.
Oh wow, that's cool. Without the fake mustache, right, Jay?
Without.
What fucking mustache? Seriously, the fuck was wrong with them?
That was Joss Whedon. And it's campy.
It was Universal. Universal won't let him save it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But
He's doing this in the possible.
Yeah, that's right.
with the technology that makeup artists have, they could have fucking given him a fake mustache that looked better than the CGI'd out one. Seriously.
But just don't zoom in on his face.
Right.
And
you know, cover it up and don't zoom on the face. Give him a prosthetic. That probably would have looked a lot more realistic than CGIing the mustache out.
Jesus. Yeah. That is wrong. That is wrong on so many different levels.
I mean, did you also see that picture of Darkseid? It was a little grainy, but we're going to get the full rollout of that nightmare scene.
Oh, yeah. Yo, he's tall as shit, too. Tall as shit.
With them, I would like to see now the Furies with Darkseid being introduced, because that's a whole nother ball wax that you can do.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking Big Barda.
Oh, yeah. It's one of the new guys.
The new guys, that's right.
Give us Orion. Oh my God, it's like exciting. Being more of a DC fan than anything else. It's like, all right, you have the chance to fix the wrongs. Don't fuck it up.
Exactly. Like I've been saying, where they have all these awesome characters with these great storylines and these great backstories, all written out for you on a silver platter.
Yep.
Come on.
I feel you, yeah.
And it's not, you have so much that you can use that people know. The name recognition alone will get people to go for it. That they're just not utilizing. And now with the Snyder Cut fixing the wrongs, hopefully getting people that can tie in, and it's almost like a domino effect. I would love to see, a Justice League Unlimited, the cartoon series. Come on! How many heroes do they have that were in that series that they could just blow a live action away?
Yeah. They could get there. They could do it. You know what would be, and I'm saying this because I want this in the Cosmos so that they can steal my idea and I won't sue. You start the beginning of the movie with just Dr. Manhattan watching.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
There you go. Like you see the end of the first movie, and you see Dr. Manhattan, just no, I don't like this, and just start it all over from the beginning.
Do like a Thanos.
Yeah, a blip. And there you go.
Yep.
Take my idea. Just take it.
That'd be a great way to reset.
Yeah.
One, because it's in comics, and two, because it'll work.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. Like, the whole beauty about multiverses and these powerful characters that have the ability to reset time, to redo and undo creation itself, you have that option. It's like, here is a magic eraser. Fix your shit.
Yeah.
Basically. You have Dr. Manhattan. He's your magic eraser to fix it all.
Fix your shit.
You
Do
don't
it.
need anybody else. And at the end of the film, you see a young baby Dr. Manhattan.
A young baby?
Or a young kid that has, like, the emblem of Dr. Manhattan etched in.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
You see where I'm going with that? Because he gave up his life.
That's right.
To fix his universe, but he bestowed his powers to someone new.
To somebody else. But now, will that person...
Fix on all the powers.
Technically, he wouldn't have to age, but would he age to blend in? Or, you know what I mean? Like, to have that, Dr. Manhattan he's ageless. So to have him bestow his powers on a child, to a kid, will that kid choose to stay little, or will he choose to get bigger?
I mean,
that would be kind of interesting to think about.
Is it the mind of a child or a more wisdom evolved mind? Also,
Exactly.
Child might want to act like Billy and Shazam, right? He might want to act like an adult, but not know how to be an adult.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Oh my God.
See, yeah. So, but you would think, like, if Dr. Manhattan's bestowing, he would have all that knowledge, so he would not be childish, but would he keep that child form? That's what I would be. Like, that's like a mind fuck right there.
But wouldn't Dr. Manhattan, the most reasonable thing for him to do, why would be to just transfer to another body, but why a child? That's my question. Why would he not transfer to a child? What makes, like, a child so, like, important in when it comes to his powers?
Doesn't. It could be an adult. It could be a Flash.
But it just happens to be that, like, I see.
I'm just saying a child because it just makes it more interesting. But it could be anybody. That's the thing.
I see what you're saying.
Because he's in every time, everywhere. He's omnipresent.
Yes, and it's just an endless possibility.
True.
And really, you could just do a whole series just on him and, like, the shenanigans he could get into, popping up into everything.
Well, you being HBO Max, you want people to watch, you just use the same Dr. Manhattan you use from the Watchmen series. And then you bridge it into the beginning of Watchmen.
Right.
Mind fuck everybody by doing that.
Imagine.
I honestly, and I'm excited, though, that they're going to HBO Max, because that gives them a lot more leeway than they would have in any other.
Yeah, you wouldn't have the leeway with movies.
Exactly.
You wouldn't have that because you'd have the constraint. You could actually go non-rated on this if you really wanted to.
That's saying, and honestly, I think the fans are ready for a non-rated superhero.
Yeah.
Because some of their shit gets dark. Some of those story arcs are dark as shit.
Oh yeah.
But you can't do that in the movies.
No, you can't.
Show that. You can to a point, but a lot of it is sanitized.
Wasn't Kick-Ass a little bit, like, out there too?
Yes.
A little bit, but again, it's just
Wasn't far enough.
So we need to go farther.
We need to go beyond the do not pass this line.
Oof.
Because DC's just like that. That's the thing is, DC passed that line a long time ago. It's just the movies and the MPAA, they were too worried about who were going to get to come in to watch this movie. That's why I'm excited, like with the Justice League Dark. Them putting that on. See, again, Warner Brothers has the best platform for themselves. You want to watch this in the movie theater? We'll give you the PG-13. You want to watch the unrated? It's on HBO Max.
Oh man.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
So
I mean, there's so many fucking comics that could not be made into movies. But you can make that shit for TV, and you can make that shit on HBO Max, and it can be unrated, and it can be true to its form, and may not have a ton of people, but it would have enough to watch it, because there's people out there that want to see it, that are ready for it. They're like, you know what? Comics and superheroes are for kids, but they're for adults too. And we're ready for the adult comics. We're ready for the violence, the mature content that goes with a lot of the comics that have been sanitized out of the movies for so long. We want it. We want Deadpool everywhere. We want the comics the way that they're intended.
I want a live action The Killing Joke or The Killing Game.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wild.
That's the next Joker movie they need to make.
Oh yeah.
If you wanna make Joker movies, you got to go dark. You got to get that dark. And while they're at it, blow up Jason Todd for us too.
Oh yeah, that's. I'm not gonna lie, that's gonna be fucking rough. But
it's
needed.
One of those things that you could bring. You got to look at your portfolio of your intellectual properties of what you have, and you have the whole Dark Horse Comics from DC line that they could just write it correctly, put it up on HBO Max, and you will get people to watch Dark Horse films or Dark Horse productions, and you just go to town with your writers and let's put this on Max, and you're gonna get people to watch those because people forget about Dark Horse.
Oh yeah,
they do, because they're not showcased, and they need to be. They're great comics, they're awesome writing, and I think what they need to do with some of these writers is just kind of open the gate and say run, just run with it, have total freedom, do what you want. Be true to the comic and just go. No constraints. If you want to drop F-bombs every other word, you go for it.
Yeah.
Your cat is fucking...
Here we go, Booty Cat.
Booty.
Hold on. See if we can get it.
It was about time Booty Cat came into the picture. Oh,
there you go.
Holy shit. On demand.
It's just like crying for whatever. It's
always crying.
You're...
That's him all day long.
Yo, yeah. So the last, that's some really good discussion. The last piece of news we got. Ernie, can you fill us in? There's like a parallel universe, they believe. We were talking about multiverses. I figured this would be
good.
a great ending.
This was the greatest story that you ever posted. Of course, it was the New York Post that posted it. So I was like,
yeah.
All right, I'm going to read this. And they were basically saying, like, down in Antarctica, like, they found, like, these energy waves, I guess, that pointed to that when the Earth was created by the Big Bang, there was an alternate parallel universe that time ran backwards.
Crazy.
Basically, go ahead, Sean.
I was just going to say, like, wait, you mean, like, there's a parallel universe where, like, we're all getting younger? There's, like, little mini J's and mini G's and Ernie, Sean, and getting younger.
I don't know. It was like one of these weird things. I was trying to find it, and it's labeled. The story is NASA scientists detect evidence of parallel universe where time runs backwards. And I'm just reading this, and so they send up weather balloons up in Antarctica, and it's like the energy that they contained. The wind of high energy particles constantly arrive from outer space from Earth from outer space. So they find this energy that comes from outer space. It hits the Earth for whatever reason. Well, when they sent up a balloon, they found energy that was emitting from Earth going outer space. It was leaving the Earth. And so they're thinking it's energy that runs backwards in time. But only the article was really great, and we could post it up because it's still there. But then what was really funny about it is I was like, all right, let me reread this article. And then basically NASA scientists debunked it.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, so the link underneath in the show notes is basically NASA scientists debunking the great article.
Well, I mean, is it like an Area 51 thing where they're, not going to own up to it, but it's really out there, so they're going to obviously find some people with doctorates to be like, yeah, no, that's not possible, it's not going to happen, but in the back of the, way back of the building or underneath the umbrella corporation, they're like fucking investigating that shit?
Yeah, probably.
It's a big possibility. I mean, I think parallel worlds are real, but how real? Because we can't see them or touch them or be in them yet. I don't know. But I think it's possible. I think it's possible.
Yeah, I just need my cosmic treadmill.
Cosmic.
That's all I need. Let me skip a few episodes, but I'll tell you what happened.
Yeah. All right, Grant Gustin.
But like seriously, man, a few days later they debunked it. Like scientists cast doubt on NASA group, so other scientists are saying no, that's not possible.
Oh, okay.
So it's one of those things of it's a he said she said type deal. Like you get a group of like with science, you have people that believe one thing, and you have other people that believe others, like those people. Like those non-scientists that believe that there's a flat Earth, but, they're fucking idiots. But go ahead and fly a plane. Let's see what happens. Flat Earth that.
Bunch of idiots.
We shall see. It could have been rebuked. It could have been, it's New York Post again, but it's one of those things of it probably has some reality to it. Just the human brain is not ready to accept that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we just don't know. I mean, there's, people say there's not aliens. There are. There's, little baby Yodas running around.
Look at Philadelphia experiment. Just saying.
Exactly. Exactly. All this shit that we got a giant particle collider that runs underneath France and Amsterdam and all those countries. Crazy. And no one really talks about it anymore.
Yeah. This is a good point. Very good point.
And they're building a new one. And there's one in Houston, a particle collider underground up there as well.
Crazy.
So you keep smashing these atoms together, what the hell's going to happen?
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the beauty of science and things is stuff is always happening. Something is always being created and evolving and changing. You can't, there's no way to know that something can't happen.
Exactly.
Until they try. And I don't know. I think I think there's a lot of fiction out there that is probably has more rooting in reality than people realize.
Yeah.
I mean, truth is stranger than fiction. So I think people are going to learn that that's more true, a truer statement than you realize.
Exactly. Like, have you guys ever read Ender's Game?
Oh man, I did not read it. My brother did, but I watched it.
Like, if you read the original books, it hits as to how time travel really would work, where the time traveler doesn't age, but everyone else around him does, which kind of goes back to kind of Einstein's theory of relativity, that you wouldn't age. The only thing that Einstein didn't account for was for antimatter. So his calculation is basically E equals mc squared, which energy equals mass times something squared. But he never accounted for antimatter. But in Ender's Game, he gets enveloped, or anyone that time travels gets enveloped, and they don't age. So he leaves. He travels at the speed of light out to some planet. He comes back. It's about 18 years later. Everybody else is aged except him.
Actually, Interstellar did the same thing. When they when they went looking for one of the doctors in the planet of, I think it was Jupiter maybe, or one of the moons off of Jupiter, and like it was just a planet full of water, where it was like only like two feet deep maybe, and they were gone for 56 minutes I think, and when they came back it was 7 years later, and the actor, well I forget his name, he's phenomenal, but he was stuck in that ship for 7 years waiting for him to come back. Well, for them it was only 56, and they never aged. And the home dude, he aged, like he had gray hair and everything. He was skinny. He was losing his mind too.
Holy shit!
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that seems to be. I mean, look at Umbrella Academy. Same thing. He time traveled, and then when he came back, he was a kid.
Yep, that's right. He was like, oh,
and
he was like something.
Like his mind was a 50-something-year-old man, but his body was
a kid.
And all his friends and all of his siblings were older.
That's right. Yeah.
I mean, when you think about all the so many time traveling stories, kind of have that same principle about the traveler is the one that doesn't age. And everybody, so
yeah,
I don't know. There could be some.
There's got to be some. Whoever's writing that stuff really has taken a really deep thought about how it works. Especially because Ender's Game has been out for years, so going that far back and writing it to think, Time Machine, as good as it was, even in Time Machine, I don't think he ever traveled forward, did he?
Oh, and the one where he gets inside the machine, the little like
that was H.G. Wells, I think, right?
Yeah, H.G. Wells. Yeah, I think he traveled back.
But we never saw him travel forward.
Or yeah.
I gotta watch this.
Yeah, what if we can't travel like forward, right? We can only travel back. Interesting.
But that's the thing. We're not, though. You see, based off of like Umbrella Academy, Ender's Game, it's not that we're traveling back. It's just that time's catching up to you.
Gotcha.
That's what it is. You are like stuck in frozen, kind of say. You've traveled. You've let time. You've traveled here at this speed, but then to get back, you're actually literally just catching up to their time. Because, and so it's a weird, like, it would take me like weeks to try to figure it out, how to explain it to you guys. Because it takes me a while to even figure it out to explain it to myself. But it's one of those things.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say we should make that like a show topic. Like we all like do a research, watch like these time travel movies, and just boom, dive right into that shit.
Time travel.
The science of fiction.
Yeah, the science. Yeah, there you go.
We should do that.
The science of fiction.
But like all good things, our show must come to an end tonight. So
That's a good. I think that was a good show.
definitely was.
It was. Yeah, I liked it.
That was
I liked
good.
it a lot.
Got
Got
that shit off our chest.
Yeah, man, we touched. We got a lot of topics that we talked about. A lot of new. There was, I think our viewers need to understand something. We pick our news stories throughout the week, and we get our show notes ready by Thursday, and every fucking week, Friday comes and drops a whole bunch of stuff, and we're like,
time to rearrange.
time to figure this shit all out again.
Yeah, thanks.
Today was just,
You're always
for us, it was
scrambling.
Thursday.
Yes, it was just like every time we turned around, there was something new dropping. It's like,
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, you know what I forgot?
What?
Lucifer's coming back for season 6.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2, confirmed.
Sound is actually. Yep.
Oh, Scott Derrickson signs off to helm the Labyrinth sequel.
That's right. That too.
So there, we just dropped 4 news stories in like a matter of seconds because of shit that we fucking forget because we can't keep up with.
there's like pages and pages of notes that we have.
Like Ryan Gosling will star in Universal's The Wolfman reboot.
Wow.
What? Wait. So like Universal
Studios.
Like,
Wow.
So you won't get to see it on the AMC though.
Oh, true.
Just buy a movie theater.
What was
Netflix bought a movie theater.
Damn.
wait, Netflix
Really?
movie theater?
Yep.
Christ.
Wow.
What
Wow.
the hell is going on?
It's just like it's just like one of those things of shit happens.
I'll tell you, it's because of the goddamn quarantine. Everybody's been able to get some shit done. Ain't got nothing better to do than stay home and work on some creative stuff.
Like I'm even looking. I'm on CBR.com right now, and it's CBR. So, oh yeah, Suicide Squad, the Ayer cut,
What cut?
the David Ayer cut for Suicide Squad. So basically, he has his own director cut.
Jesus.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I think we should call it.
Yeah. Maybe sometime.
Well,
Yeah, I think we're done because if I give you guys more, we won't have content for next week.
Yeah, right.
yeah, right.
And that wouldn't be right. But I think I know what we're doing next week.
Yes.
Should we get the fans ready for next week so they know?
Yeah, why not?
Sure. Yeah. I think so too. What do you? Yeah. You're gonna be talking about some reboots.
We talk about reboots, remakes, relaunches versus originals.
Yes.
Be prepared for that one.
No. Yes. It's gonna be some brawls.
That one we might just skip.
Yeah, sorry, what?
Nope.
Tell them how you had Jen already.
No, they already know. They already know. Yeah, so it's going to be one of those where I'm going to try to keep the news to a minimal because our guest for next week has a whole list.
Nice.
Like, she did her homework. So I looked at that, I was like, oh, man, we're behind the 8 ball on this one.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm excited. I think it's gonna be awesome.
That's
But
what's up.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man.
All right,
All right,
everyone.
go.
So from all of us to all of you,
Thank you.
drink up, bitches.
Drink up, bitches.
Have a good night.